Hi, I'm that girl goddess, and this is part three of dating tips. Questions that you need to ask before you become intimate or commit. You need to ask what disorders and diseases run in the family, such as Down syndrome, because if you have children one day, these certain things is hereditary. Okay, I pause for a minute. Okay, you need to ask, is lupus part of the family? Cancer? You need to know their medical background because a lot of things is hereditary. And some things, you can control somewhat with diet and exercise. So it's off, do you want to be a part of that? You also need to know there's mental illness because a person's intellectual level and mental status can be hereditary. Okay, so you need to ask certain questions. Um, and a prime example, I'm gonna say outside of Down syndrome, cerebral palsy, lupus. Sometimes there don't be no history of it, and some stuff just come up, but you do need to know sickle cell. Okay, heart disease, cancer. Some of these things are hereditary. You know, you need to also, it's snack time in my job. I'm getting snacks. I only got one more person I'm looking for and I'm waiting on him to come down. But all is good. Your another question that you should ask people, are they cleaning habits? You know, how often do they bathe or wash up? And then you're supposed to watch, look at a person, how often they do laundry, how often they change their bed linen, and you need to look into people's living conditions. Do they have a household that's real junky? Is it falling apart? Are they just serial renters? Do they live off of people? Are they living with a relative? How long that status have been? How long they held a job? These are questions you need to ask. You need to ask, have he been incarcerated for domestic violence? You need to find out if they on the DL. Do they have these tendencies? And some of the questions you ask, you can try and say, well, it's cool and everything. I'm just trying, want to know. Just leave the answer to you. I don't want to participate, but it's all right. And find out what you need to find out. People are liars. You have to be real careful. I'm going to take a pause again. Okay, I'm back. Um, we also, I don't know where I left off, but the questions you need to ask is, are they extremely jealous? You need to find out their arrest records. Some people have been in for SA, assaults, and some some people went in for DV, domestic abuse. Some people have dealt with minors. You need to find out if they're on the child registry. Um, Another question you need to ask people is, I know I said it on one video, how do they raise children? Some people have children and they basically leave them at home to raise themselves. Some people believe in providing but don't teach their children. Some people, children, they sit around and get high with their parents. Some people sit around and their children use profanity like their parents are their equal. How would you feel? Are you going to accept it? You need to discuss those things in advance, before you get involved and get emotionally entwined, spiritually entwined, because you give it the wrong person, you can be dealing with some spiritual warfare that's beyond belief, depending on a person's spiritual rank and beliefs. You know, that's why you have to ask, are they truly a Christian? Watch their ways. You know, some people birth control method is having an abortion. You know, what is your take? Do y'all agree? You know, what did God say about y'all relationship? And I did say God. Some people counsel themselves. Some people are not mentally are not intelligent. They can be cute on the outside, good looking on the outside, but just not mentally and emotionally functional. You know, some people you turn around and say, well, no, I don't want to go out today. They'll get to going dreary. They'll swim down. You seeing somebody, they'll get to crying. They got to have a drink. Next thing you know, they sitting outside your house. You getting a call, all one behind the other, 50 calls, 100 text messages. You have to see how people communicate and how do they handle the word no. Okay. You also need to ask questions about how do their family interact. Because see, some families are hellish. They argue all day. They're very violent. They're very controlling. You know, you have to learn about all of these things if you want to go forward in a relationship, doing what you can to establish success in some kind of way. That's my dating tips. Well, questions, that's not the dating tip. It's actually questions you need to ask before you commit. I'm Goddess, and I'll hit y'all back up. Like, subscribe, and share. Bye.